Howdy. Welcome to How to Take a Student Group Abroad presentation provided by the Texas A&M Study Abroad Programs Office. In this presentation, you will receive information about planning an international trip as a student leader for your Texas A&M organization. Over the course of this presentation, you will learn about the following: what classifies a trip as a student group abroad, the process of registering your student group for a trip abroad, and the student activities requirements for your organization to go abroad. A student group abroad is a group of Texas A&M students from a recognized student organization traveling internationally. Student organizations traveling abroad participate in various experiences such as volunteering, research, or may attend conferences, events, or other competitions together. This type of study abroad program is typically led by a student organization leader. Participants are usually part of the student organization that is going abroad. The group may or may not have a faculty or staff advisor accompanying them. Student groups typically go abroad for 1 to 2 weeks during a school break, for example, winter break, spring break, or shortly after final exams in May. Student groups can choose from a variety of destinations. Prior to selecting a location, check the Texas A&M travel advisory list. If your group's desired destination is on the list, additional approval will be required. You will be contacted by the Study Abroad Programs Office with additional details. Please note, this approval process can take several weeks. The benefits of taking your student organization abroad include exposing your members to different cultural practices, engaging in hands-on learning experiences, and the chance to immerse yourself in another culture. As a student leader, you would provide your organization with the chance to impact people around the world, a platform for your members to make long-lasting relationships, and to build teamwork and trust within your organization. You have decided to take your student organization abroad, but don't know where to start. About 6 months prior to your student organization departing on their trip, you as a student leader should start planning. Make sure to talk to your organization's advisor and other officers prior to making a decision to go abroad. You will need approval from your faculty or staff advisor and support from officers to recruit participants and coordinate program details. The Study Abroad portal group registration should be started by the student leader of the organization at least 4 months prior to departure. All items should then be completed no later than 1 month prior to departure. The registration entails filling out information about your planned trip abroad, as well as providing a list of all participants. The Study Abroad portal individual student applications should be completed by each student attending the trip 1 to 2 months prior to departure. The Student Activities Maroon Link event form should be completed by the student leader of the organization 1 to 2 months prior to departure as well. The pre-event planning form is found on the maroonlink.tamu.edu website. The form notifies the Student Activities Office that your organization is taking the trip abroad. When planning a student group trip, as a student leader, you will need to consider the logistics of the trip. The Study Abroad Programs Office can provide advice and recommendations upon request. However, it is expected that the student group trip leader will coordinate or assist in coordinating the following: student group trip locations and dates, number of participants and support staff needed, transportation to and from the destination, as well as in-country arrangements including lodging accommodations, transportation, and cultural or educational activities. In most cases, student organizations partner with a nonprofit or other third-party entity located in the U.S. or in the destination country that coordinates many of the on-ground logistics for the organization. For more information on recommended providers, please contact the Study Abroad Programs Office. Prior to departure, trip leaders must attend an in-person trip leader briefing to discuss important items related to leading a group abroad, including health and safety. All student group trip leaders and participants are enrolled in health and medical coverage with Cultural Insurance Services International, or CISI. They provide 24/7 assistance for Texas A&M students abroad should your group or an individual encounter an emergency situation. The Study Abroad Programs Office also offers 24/7 emergency support. More information regarding CISI and assistance from the Study Abroad Programs Office will be provided prior to your group's departure. Financial aid can only be awarded for students participating in credit-bearing programs. Since student groups are almost all non-credit-bearing experiences, it is likely that scholarships and financial aid are not available. However, many student groups are able to successfully fundraise and/or seek support from their department or college to help alleviate the expense of their international experience. Regardless, it will be important to have a clear budget to share with any prospective participants to ensure they understand the full cost of the student group trip. Work with your advisor and fellow officers to determine international opportunities and/or destinations that align with your organization's mission and goals. Reach out to partner organizations for assistance and/or the Study Abroad Programs Office to identify third-party providers that could help with in-country logistics and coordination of activities. 4 to 6 months prior to taking your student group abroad, head to the online Study Abroad portal to begin the student group abroad registration. The registration will entail filling out information about your planned trip abroad. Once you begin your registration on the Study Abroad portal, you will be contacted by a Study Abroad advisor who will verify the name of your organization, as well as set up an application for your individual group members. All student participants must fill out the individual registration prior to departure. All trip leaders must attend an in-person trip leader briefing to learn important health and safety information and guidance for what to do in the event of an emergency. Trip leaders should be meeting with their trip participants to prepare them for their time abroad. This will include reviewing the health and safety pre-departure materials in the Study Abroad portal and providing additional resources about the international destination. Additionally, trip leaders must ensure that all participants are registering in the Study Abroad portal. 1 to 2 months prior to your student organization's departure, you must complete the pre-event planning form found on the Maroon Link website. The pre-event planning form notifies the Student Activities Office that your organization is taking a trip abroad. Your student group registration application should be finished and include information such as the list of participants, completed acknowledgement forms, and on-site emergency information. After you have completed the online student group registration application in the Study Abroad portal, your registration application will be marked as complete. Once all of the participants have completed their individual applications on the Study Abroad portal, the student group registration will be changed from completed to confirmed. A confirmed status means your student group has completed all requirements and no further action is required. 2 to 4 weeks prior to departure, the student leaders identified for the trip will receive important documents from your Study Abroad advisor. These documents should be taken abroad and include copies of CISI insurance cards, emergency contact information, medical consent, and information for all group participants. Additionally, the student leaders will receive the 24-hour emergency contact number for the Study Abroad Programs Office. For a more detailed checklist to aid in the planning of your trip, please use the Student Group Checklist. The Student Group Checklist can be found on the Study Abroad website. Thank you for watching our presentation on taking student groups abroad. If you have any further questions, please visit our website, studyabroad.tamu.edu, or contact us via email at studyabroad@tamu.edu. The Study Abroad Programs Office is located on the first floor of the pavilion. Thanks again, thanks, and gig 'em.